Online fam, Philip Allen coming to you from beautiful downtown Toronto. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about systems, the pros and the cons. Every once in a while I get people asking me what I think about a particular system, or even more often I get people trying to sell me the system or that system, or trying to explain why their system is better than the online business that I'm recommending for them. So, what is the problem with push-button systems? Or as I and many others like to call them, get-rich-quick schemes. It just doesn't sound like right when you say it like that, does it? Well, they just don't exist. That's not to say that people aren't out there trying to sell you one, or that you can't go out and buy one, but typically it doesn't do what it promises. Otherwise, everyone would have one, and you'd be in relatively the same position as you are today. Now, what do I mean? Well, it's simple economics, the law of supply and demand. If everyone has an extra $1,000 due to this system, then the cost of living would escalate in a relatively short period of time to soak up the extra cash flow. And you'd be in the same position you were today. It would be the same as the banking system printing a whole bunch more money. It just devalues the money itself because what it represents does not multiply in tandem. Simply put, if the bank double the money supply, does not magically make twice as many luxury mansions appear overnight. Just doesn't happen. Sorry to come off full preachy, but sometimes we need a little reality check to get out of that shiny object syndrome, which is to hop from one pipe dream to another, expecting to be able to quit our job without having to make any investment in our new lifestyle, time or money. Look at Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, Jeff Bezos. These are all wealthy people that did not become so by sitting back and waiting for wealth to come to them. They had a dream, and they took massive action and set about working really hard to develop a system around that idea. Now, I'm not saying you need to come up with the next Amazon or Facebook to be an entrepreneur. Far from it. What I am saying is that you need to have a dream, yours or someone else's, and take action and invest in yourself and your dream in order to make your dreams come true. It's as simple as that, really. Now I can hear you say, yeah, it's so simple, but I don't know what to do next. I don't have the time, or I've tried before and it just doesn't work for me. It works for others. I need someone to show me step by step by step. Hold my hand. Or it's okay for them because they had money. Trust me, I've heard them all many times before. But whatever excuse you come up with is fine by me. After all, it's not me that you're making the excuse to. It's yourself and your own dream. I'm only looking for people that want to live their dreams. And I'm happy to serve and work with those that are looking to achieve a better lifestyle. Now, when I say simple, it doesn't mean easy. In fact, it can be one of the hardest things in the world to do, and I'll explain why in a minute. Also, typically, you'll find your average billionaire that started from nothing in a basement somewhere, borrowing $1,000+ from friends and family just to get started. Look at Richard Branson, for example. He made his start on the streets of London by selling vinyl LPs from a telephone booth, because he didn't have a phone or an office to call from. But he improvised and he built his brand, and now he owns his own island and an airline. He worked really hard, and he was a visionary. He saw a need in something new, or even improvements to something that existed, and he leveraged his brand and made it happen. So what's the key takeaway here? Well, if you have a dream, you need to take massive action in order to make it a reality. Now, that may involve investing a little time and money that you currently spend doing things like going out to dinner, watching a ball game, or the latest TV reality show. That is why it's so difficult. We need to change our mindset from one of self-limiting beliefs and a desire to settle for what we know and not to rock the boat to one of abundance. Remove your inhibitions and dare to dream. And by dream, I mean dream big. Like they say, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you lay amongst the stars. It may sound hokey, and even a little embarrassing at first. But in order to live a bigger lifestyle, you must first be able to let go of our existing lifestyle and be prepared to come out of our comfort zone and sacrifice a few things that you currently believe to be luxuries in your life. Stretch your body and mind and set goals that challenge you a little. Remember, step by step. Also, we become what we associate with. They say you can often tell a person's wealth by looking at the 5 people that they most closely associate with, both financially and psychologically. So if you were to take the wealth of the 5 closest associates and average them out, you should be relatively close to your own. That is why playing sports with someone better than you tends to lift your own game, and why business owners tend to associate with other business owners. It's not just about social status or the money. It's about the belief system or caring from sharing with like-minded people. That said, if Saturday night with the boys over poker and beers or a night out with your gal pals once a week is soul-fulfilling, then that's okay too. You've reached your desired potential and you're living your dreams. But those of you who have bigger aspirations, those who would love to take a year to travel the beaches of the world, for example, or go on a pilgrimage to the mountains of Tibet, it's not only about the money, it's about what the money represents to you. Personally, I've spent years traveling, and I love nothing more than to meet new people in new places and experience new cultures. Having said that, I meet people all the time who have not even left the city where they were born, and yet they are still relatively happy. I remember speaking to an ancient Chinese man, a farmer in the mountains of Yunnan, and thinking I had rarely seen anybody so happy. And yet he had already spent half the day breaking his back, packing 50-pound sacks with onions from the fields just behind him. And later that day, sitting in the simple house of a Tibetan Yi woman, eating the best food that I'd had on that visit to China. And I asked her what made her so happy. It was the soap opera, the love story that the Chinese TV station was beaming to her in her remote mountain home. She lived vicariously from the fiction she was permitted to see. Dreams need to be grasped quickly and acted upon, because if that warranty expires, they begin to fall apart and they soon are forgotten. A dream that you don't fight for can haunt you for the rest of your life. There's nothing worse, trust me, than looking into the eyes of a man that lived a life full of regret. I know, I spent 10 years doing it, and I can tell you, it can be a little soul-destroying. It's better to know that you gave your all and you gave your dreams a shot. Even if you don't fully achieve all your goals, it's better than spending your final years wondering, what if? So I ask you, are you ready to expand your horizons and your dreams? Can you push your boundaries just a little in order to make that small change in mindset? It can be like letting a genie out of a bottle. A new and expanded dream horizon is very difficult to put back in. Sorry for that little rant. I feel like I just got off a soapbox. Anyway, back to systems. The concept of a laptop lifestyle is not that you quit working, but you work smarter, not harder, by leveraging systems from any location in the world you choose. Now that if it's your backyard or the beaches of Thailand, it's all okay, so long as you're fulfilling your dreams. If you'd like help with systems that make your life easier, then I'm happy and ready to serve you. Help me to help you to live the life that you deserve. We are all, after all, only here for a short stay on earth, so make it worthwhile. Now, the first step is always with you, and that is to make the decision. The decision that you want to make a change in your circumstance and improve upon your current lifestyle. And the fact that so many people can't do that is what makes you extraordinary. You have greatness within you. The fact that you've watched this far into my little personal development rant demonstrates to me one of 2 things. 1, you're tired of living the life expected of you and are looking to make a change. Or, number 2, you're an insomniac looking for something to put you to sleep. Either way, I'm happy to help you in any way I can, and I appreciate you and thank you for taking the time. Systems can be as simple as hiring a virtual assistant to do repetitive tasks in your business like customer support, all the way up to fully operational standalone systems for hundreds of thousands of dollars. But still, they're not a push-button scheme. They're tools that you can use to leverage. That is, multiply your efforts and make a higher ROI, which is a return on investment. Clearly, if you're looking to start a business to improve your lifestyle, you want your systems to lie somewhere between. Now, for example, one essential tool is an autoresponder, which is required to be an autoresponder is required to be an online marketer. This not only organizes your customer base, it enables you to email them all at once or in segregated groups at the push of a button. It saves you a small fortune in advertising costs for repeat business as you build that customer base and you pad out your new business and begin to brand yourself. Now, not all autoresponder services are the same. The one you select depends on what type of business you wish to build. If you're looking for more help with system selection, I'm happy to provide you help and guidance, so reach out to me on my new Facebook group and I'll be happy to provide you with help and support. So, my friend, I look forward to see you at the top of the mountain or on the beaches of the world. Philip Allen, signing out.